You're listening to K4CO Radio. I am Josh with the morning show, and we're also sitting here with Kev on the radio.
Hello. It's afternoon, dude, by the way.
It is afternoon. Man, goodness, I need more coffee.
Good
That's what
afternoon.
it is. Good afternoon. Well, we are breaking in with a special interview right now with Colorado's own Meghan Clarisse. Meghan Clarisse, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having us.
Of course. No, it's really absolutely awesome having you in the studio. We've been playing your music for quite a while, so it's about time.
Thank you for doing that, by the way.
Of course. We're also joined by steel pedal player Todd Clayton. How are you, Todd?
I'm doing great. It's snowing outside. We're warm and comfortable here in the studio, and we're going to play some music for you.
Thanks for making it through the snow, too, by the way.
Definitely. I wanted to start out really... Meghan, tell me how long you've been playing music and recording music.
Well, I've been performing music for about 10 years now. I started music in various ways as a kid, piano lessons and then quit, guitar lessons and then quit, and really came back to it in my 30s and decided, I'm just going to do it.
Just going to do it.
Yeah, so I put out an EP in 2023. I have another one coming out anytime now in the next week or two, hopefully. It's called Kindred Spirits, and it's a collection of co-writes and duets. So I had a lot of really talented friends play on that project with me. Todd played on every song. So that'll be coming out soon. And then we are in the process of recording a full-length album too, which I think we'll talk more about later.
Nice. And you're going to be playing some of the songs on the EP today, right? Or no?
The 2023 one, yeah.
All right.
Not off
have
the
to
new
wait
one yet.
till it's out. Yeah, we had a special listening party for that one, an exclusive, intimate listening party before it came out.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Todd, how long have you been playing? And so everybody knows, you have a brand new steel pedal.
It's a brand new pedal steel Evans Resound 65. It's a remake of a 1965 Emmons guitar, and I have one of them, and one of 34 or 35, and it's playing great. And shout out to the Emmons Company for making such a great guitar.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It is. It's one of the most incredible sounding instruments I've ever heard. I love the sound
Definitely
of it.
one that you recognize.
So
for sure.
when did you start playing? How did it find you? Did you find it?
Well, I started like a lot of the guys and girls that I started when I was about 7 years old playing guitar. And when I got to about 15, I thought, that is the coolest sounding instrument. And so went and with my paper route money, went and bought a pedal steel and started playing it. A lot of stuff transferred over from the regular guitar. So it came pretty fast where, I understood what was going on and was able to play it. Been playing about 52 years now.
Wow. It sounds like it. It sounds great. Now explain these pedals really quick too. There's a lot of moving parts on this.
Right,
thing.
yeah. The guitar has 2 necks, 10 strings on each neck. And with that, you have pedals and knee levers. And what those do is they raise and lower the pitch of each string or the selected string that you have set up for it. So when I play can we get a little
course,
there?
No problem.
So when I play a little chord and I push the first 2 pedals down, listen to what happens.
Just kind of bends it.
Exactly. To pitch. And so that's where that comes from.
It's almost like a drummer with using everything to play that thing.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
That's because my tuner was on. At least I'm in tune.
Yes, you're in tune. I was like, what's going on here?
Very soothing sounding instrument.
Very soothing. And I'm a guitar player, and that just seems like a lot to me, so I'll stick with my 6-string. But
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on there.
there definitely is. We got quite a bit to talk about, but let's get a song rolling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And the first song here that you're going to play is Monster.
That's right.
Very catchy song.
Very good.
Very good song.
Thank you. Thank you.
Crept into my head more than a few times. It's a really good song. That's a good sign.
Well, thank you.
Did you want to tell anyone, our listeners, about this song, or?
Sure. I wrote it about an ex-boyfriend.
There we go. All right.
That's all you need.
That's all you
That
need.
says it all.
Exactly. All right. Meghan Clarisse, Clarisse, Monster.
I was waiting for someone like you, so much waiting, and you finally came through. And I told you forever, and I wouldn't lie. You couldn't do the same, you didn't even try. Now I'm seeing red. You said only a monster would say things I've said. You won't give me what I need to snap and watch me bleed. But when I'm feeling lonely and low, you don't know how far this monster will go. No, you don't know how far this monster will go. I had, but you didn't give anything back. They say good little girls should get so mad, oh, but you shouldn't treat girls like that. Now I'm seeing red. You said only a monster would say things I've said. You won't give me what I need to snap and watch me bleed. But when I'm feeling lonely and low, you don't know how far this monster will go. No, you don't know how far this monster will go. And you say I'm weak, insecure, incomplete, but I know the secrets that you keep. You won't put this monster to sleep. When I'm feeling lonely and low, you don't know how far this monster will go. No, you don't know how far this monster will go. No, you don't know how far this monster will go.
Monster. Very well done, you guys.
Thank you.
You mentioned you wrote that about an ex-boyfriend. You're the monster in this scenario, right?
I am, yeah. Yeah.
Just
That's
making
the catch.
sure.
Well, he thought I was the monster. That's the story.
So besides that, what? Where else do you draw inspiration from as far as songwriting goes?
Other than ex-boyfriends?
Yeah. Are there many ex-boyfriend songs?
There's a handful. Yeah, there's a big
It's a
handful.
common practice.
That's right. It's a good therapy practice, I find. But no, I grew up doing a lot of outdoorsy stuff. I still do. I grew up riding horses, and so I think you'll find a lot of that inspiration in my new full-length album that's coming out. There's a little bit of a Wild West kind of theme, and so a lot of outdoors. There's a mining song. There's a song about oil, drilling for oil back in the day, and some songs about mountains and just different things you'll hear like that.
Your environment,
Yeah.
your settings.
Yeah.
And this is with the Cavemen, the new record coming out, right?
It is.
How did you meet your cavemen? Tell us a little bit about them.
Let's see. Well, I met Todd, who's here with us today, through the Colorado Country Music Hall of Fame. I was asked to play a Women of Country show with some other very talented women in Colorado, and Todd was part of the house band, as was Mark Gabert, who plays lead guitar with us.
Incredible guitar player.
He really
He's
is.
really great.
Yeah, yeah. And then Scott Patzer, I met through mutual friends. He's our drummer, and he has played music with Dave McGregor for a long time, who's our bass player.
Okay.
So
I talked to your bass player a little bit the other night. We caught you guys at Fracco's, of course,
Yeah.
a few weeks back. And Todd, you weren't there, right?
No, I missed that one, darn it.
But you guys really did stand out. I mean, we had quite a diverse range of bands from rock to country. And I finally had a chance to relax for a few moments, and I really focused on you guys, and it really just kind of settled me down. It was just soothing. And I was watching with a friend, and she mentioned how she was just getting David Gilmour vibes from your guitar player. He's just such a smooth and clean guitarist. So we enjoyed that very much. So, and speaking of Fracco's, you guys now have somewhat of a residency there. Is it every second Thursday?
Every second Thursday. So you can find us there next Thursday, 7 to 10, and every second Thursday after that for the end of time.
That's perfect. That is know where to find you. What other venues do you enjoy playing around Colorado?
Oh, gosh. We've played some cool festivals this year. We played the Harvest Fest in Arvada. We played Cider Days in Lakewood, the Food Truck Carnival in Northglenn. I play a lot at Rock Rest, usually as a duo. Where else have we played? Little Bear.
Yeah, what's the balance there with the whole band or just the two of you? Or do you do it just by yourself every now and then, play a live gig?
I do. I also have another regular gig. I play solo acoustic the first Monday of every month at K4CO in Lakewood. But usually my duo gigs are Todd and I or Mark and I.
Okay.
And those are, it's always better when they're with me.
You forgot about the Sitting Bull in
The Sitting Bull, that's right. Yeah, we
Indian Hills.
play regularly there in the summer too. The summers are busy. There's a lot of outdoor shows and just a lot more to do in the summer.
And the festivals got to be a lot of fun, drawing a lot more people, more diverse kind of
lots
crowd.
of kids that are dancing and just
Fun. That's a very nice guitar too. Megan's playing a very nice Gibson.
Thank you.
I don't see those often. The hole on top.
Oh yes. So the story with this guitar is my very good friend Dwight Mark. He's a luthier and an instrument collector, quite an instrument collector. And he found this at an estate sale, and it was completely beat up. It's a 1964 country and western Gibson. Wow. And it's the type that Sheryl Crow plays. The same year, I actually just saw a PBS special with her and Jason Isbell, and she has the 1964 C&W too. So he found it was totally beat up, had a hole punched through it, it was all splintered, and he put a ton of time and work into restoring it, and gave me a very, very good deal on it. So it's
that's a
very
relic
special
right
guitar.
there. It's a classic.
It's great when I go out and look at guitars. I love used acoustic guitars. I don't like brand new acoustic guitars at all. They just, I don't know, they've already been broken
They're not broken in. Yeah,
exactly.
the new
Not
ones.
seasoned yet.
Yeah.
Exactly. I did want to talk real quick. Speaking of recording, you are involved in a couple nonprofit. One nonprofit is called Howling Dog Music.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Howling Dog.
I would love to. Yeah, Howling Dog Music Group. So they are a nonprofit. I think they recently started a couple of years ago, and Don is the engineer at Howling Dog Music Records, and so he's been recording for years, Don Richmond, and decided, was just really called to help musicians and artists to get their art into the world. So instead of retiring, they founded this nonprofit, did a lot of fundraising, and they gave 7 grants this year. And their goal is just to give grants to musicians to help them get their music into the world. It's a huge investment to record. It costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of time. And there's really no return on investment with, online streaming, and especially for someone at, my level.
It's stressful enough being in the studio and watching that clock.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So they gave me a grant to record my first full-length album, and I went down there with Dave and Scott, and we got some tracks, draft tracks of 10 new songs, and Todd and Mark are putting their parts on now. So I think it'll be out early 2025.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that Howlin' Dog music. That's really cool.
Yeah. So anyone listening, if you want to look them up or become a patron, they sell T-shirts and bandanas. I brought you a couple today. All of that music goes directly to the nonprofit that will fund musicians next year and hopefully many years after. So any musicians listening, also I would encourage you to apply because, I won, so you can too.
Exactly. All right. You have a song called "Don't Want to Let You Go," and you were going to play that as well live in the studio today. Tell us a little bit about that song.
Sure, that's a sad song that I wrote in 2020. It was during the shutdown of the pandemic, and my relationship was ending, and my dog was dying. So it was,
wow,
It seemed like an opportunity for a country song.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Man. All right. Well, what kind of dog was it?
He was a chocolate lab. His name was Chester, and he was 14 years old. He was just the love of my life.
I love labs.
I had a lab too.
All right. Well, I want to hear this. Don't Want to Let You Go.
Okay.
All right.
You want to count?
Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sometimes the rain falls down so fast, thunder starts to crash like a symphony. I lie awake and watch you sleep and wonder if you're dreaming. Do you think of me? Sometimes the trees, they seem to fear storms and they are near, longing for protection. I'm not sure if we're prepared. I think we're still both scared to change direction. But you're a part of me, I can't get free. You're a part of me, there's no release. I don't know what I'll do or who I'll be if there's no you. It's all out of my control, but I won't ever give up hope. I don't want to let you go. Sometimes the wind blows down so hard, catches me off guard, reminds me that I'm fragile. I know time is never kind, as it all unwinds, melting like a candle. Sometimes the clouds are cruel and mean, and it always seems to get us spitefully. God knows that this isn't fair, but I don't think she cares about what we need. You're a part of me, I can't get free. You're a part of me, there's no release. I don't know what I'll do or who I'll be if there's no you. It's all out of my control, but I won't ever give up hope. I don't want to let you go. I don't know what I'll do or who I'll be if there's no you. It's all out of my control, but I won't ever give up. I don't know what I'll do or who I'll be if there's no you. It's all out of my control, but I won't ever give up hope. I don't want to let you go. No.
Don't Want to Let You Go from Meghan Clarisse and Todd Clayton. Excuse me. Spit that out. If you're just joining us, We have special guests in here, Colorado musicians Meghan Clarisse and Todd Clayton. Thank you guys. That song is sad. I felt something there. It's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
We talked about your gap. You said you played piano and guitar, and then you came back to it. During that time, were you still thinking about music? Were you still writing songs and just not
Oh, always. Yes.
applying it? And then what inspired you to just get back out there and I'm going to be in a band and record records?
Well, a few things.
In your 30s, no less, because
Right. Yeah. So I got sober when I was 29, which changed a lot for me. There was a lot that wasn't possible until that happened. So that was one thing. I kind of feel like I had my second life at that time and a second opportunity to really live the life I wanted. And it was something I always wanted. So I kind of felt like, it's now or never. And then I also had breast cancer in my 30s. So I feel like I had a third life after that, like a third opportunity. So that just really pushed me even further to really, seize the moment. None of us know how long we're here, and we have to take advantage of all the opportunities we have while we're here.
Good for you. Wow. And what's the ultimate dream of all this? Are you living it now?
So, I mean, I'm so fulfilled that I get to play music and have, audience members who come see me on purpose, like pay money to come see me. That's huge. Because when I was a kid, I'd always play little songs for my brother that I made up, and he wanted nothing to do with it. So, yeah, I mean, this is awesome. I think my boss from my day job is listening, but I would... So close your ears for a minute, Christina. I would love to do music full time and teach yoga full time at some point in my career.
Oh, that's
I
definitely.
don't know when that will be.
Yeah, that's a musician's dream, right? Doing it full time, and oh, you know it. Did you grow up with a lot of music in the house? Did your parents listen to a lot of music, or any musicians in the family?
My dad played piano, so we had a Steinway upright in the house, and my brother got a guitar when he was a kid, and lots of records, all the kind of southern rock, country albums, and
so you just kind of grew up around country music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I lived in Texas from the time I was 5 to the time I was 14. So.
And Todd, how about you? What are you a songwriter? Are you?
No, we let Meghan do the songwriting.
I was going to ask the approach to songwriting as well.
I'm just pretty much a hairy-legged musician, and that's about
it. Gun.
Yeah.
He makes everything sound so beautiful.
Yeah,
it really does.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I took a little bit of a break, too. I started out, playing the clubs around here in Denver back in the mid-'70s or so, and I got picked up by a country music star named Charlie Pride. Mm-hmm. And I played steel guitar for him for a couple of years.
Oh, okay.
And decided maybe I ought to go to college. So I left that, went to college, and ended up becoming an airline pilot. And I flew 25 years with United Airlines.
Oh, wow.
And so now I'm back. I retired from that. COVID kind of pushed that along, made it nice to where I could get out early. And so I'm back to playing music full time. This is what I really want to do.
This is your dream.
Yeah.
Nice. And do you play with anybody else?
Yeah, I've got a few others around town that we play with and do some recording with. What else? Yeah, it's a good bunch. I like the musicians in Denver, and it's been a good thing for sure.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Michelle Castillo. She's one of my great friends. I believe she's... I think you might have her music you play. I'm not sure. But Todd recently played on her EP that she just released.
Yeah, in fact, I think we're playing at the Inglewood Tavern a week from Saturday, something like that. Yeah, we're playing an hour show or something like that. But yeah, Michelle, you need to definitely listen to her. She's a good songwriter and entertaining. Yeah.
Does that ring a bell? Is she in our rotation?
It doesn't ring a bell to me, but got to look into it. I also know that, when people submit music, it can take a little while to get it.
Maybe she didn't submit it yet, but I did try and connect both.
Well, next time you talk to her, say, "Did you submit that yet?"
Okay. All right. Michelle, are you listening?
Michelle, submit it.
Submit it.
Exactly. Todd, when you were growing up, a lot of music in the house, and who are kind of your influences? I know Megan listened to a lot of country.
You know, surprisingly, I'm the freak in the house. There are no other musicians. My mother, read some notes, off of sheet music and played a little piano, but I don't think she knew what she was doing. It was, but she saw something, I guess, in what I was doing, because I picked up guitar when I was 7. And she ended up getting me on a radio show here in Denver called the Rocky Mountain Jamboree. And it was on KLAK radio, 1600 on your dial. And they had a show every Saturday night at a theater up on Federal. And the first hour was always live radio. So that was my first real introduction into playing music live with a band. And it was a lot of fun.
And is there a musician, one that really stands out, that influenced you?
Both
question for both
Yeah,
of you,
both
or
of
is it a collective of all the country music you mentioned Sheryl Crow earlier?
Love Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton, Jason Isbell, Patty Griffin,
Nice.
Steve Earle. Yeah.
She names all the stars, and for me, as a steel guitar player, my heroes are like Buddy Emmons, Lloyd Green, Weldon Myrick, the guys that really got this instrument going in country music. Yeah. And it's still got some good ones out there. Travis Toy's playing now. There's a lot of the younger guys that are playing steel guitar, and it's really good to see that, because we were kind of getting a stigma that, oh, you play steel, you're an old man.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of, you don't see a lot of young. Certainly, you said you started at 7 years old.
Yeah.
You don't see that.
Yeah.
Hardly ever.
Well, I want to hear this next song, and I take it, Megan, that this is another one about an ex. Maybe go back to your mama.
It absolutely is.
This is a great one.
Yes, it's some advice for an ex.
Advice for an ex. Love it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
First time I met you was a lesson. There's no second chance for a first impression. But I fell in love with your potential as your little white lies go like they were accidental. Call me a fool, I should have known. You're just so cruel. Now I'm all alone. You left me completely destroyed. I hope you're full of regret. Go back to your mama, boy, she ain't done with you yet. Go back to your mama, boy, she ain't done with you yet. I spent my summer in therapy, still I'll never understand you could do that to me. You made everything about you so selfishly, then you pulled the rug from under me so callously. Call me a fool, I should have known. You're just so cruel. Now I'm all alone. You left me completely destroyed. I hope you're full of regret. Go back to your mama, boy, she ain't done with you yet. Go back to your mama, boy, she ain't done with you yet. She's gonna love you when no one else will. No one else will. back to your mama, boy, she ain't done with you yet. Go back to your mama, boy, she ain't done with you yet. Go back to your mama, boy, she ain't done with you yet. Go back to your mama, boy, she ain't done with you yet.
Go Back to Your Mama. That's a great song. Especially for an ex. Meghan Clarisse and Todd Clayton joining us in studio today. There's another outfit I wanted to ask you guys about. Tell us about Musicians on Call.
Oh, outfit. I thought you meant something I wear.
No. Operation.
We can also talk about that later.
Which is a nice outfit.
No, Musicians on Call. They're a nonprofit that I volunteer with. I started, I think, back in 2019. So years before that, I volunteered at Children's Hospital with my beloved Chester. He was a prescription pet at Children's Hospital. And I wanted to get back into volunteering, and I found Musicians on Call, which is based in Nashville, but they have programs around the country and here in Denver at Children's Hospital. And so, you go through the training and then sign up to volunteer. You have a volunteer guide who takes you around room to room, and you play bedside music for children that are in the hospital. It's so rewarding. I can't tell you, like, the mind shift that happens between when I go in there and when I leave. It's truly magical. And I would also encourage anyone who's listening who either is a musician or just wants to volunteer, you can sign up to be a volunteer guide to get involved, because it is.
There you go, Josh.
That is awesome.
That is admirable. That's really great.
Really cool. Must be very, very humbling just kind of being in there playing for the children. And wow.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
I started that in 2019, but then for a very long time, it was shut down due to the pandemic. So we did it online. But you just don't get,
it's not the same.
Yeah.
Of course not.
And because of HIPAA, they could see me, but I couldn't see them. But now, we're back in person, near the bedside, and it's just really an amazing program.
That is great. That is great. I love these programs. We actually, we had an interview with another local artist who they had a kid from Children's Hospital write a song, or at least write a story.
Yes,
Miss
Vendetta.
Vendetta, yeah. So the kid wrote a story and they made a song out of it. So
That
I
is
love
so cool.
Children's Hospital. I love how they do that type of stuff. It's so cool, especially to get music into kids, growing up. So. Well, first of all, where's the best place for people to listen to your music, contact you? I know you're everywhere, but what is the best place for people to go?
Great question. So I have a website. It's www.megcmusic.com. And then you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, all the streaming services, Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora, iTunes, Apple Music, everywhere. And it's my first and middle name. So Meghan, Meghan, Clarisse, Clarisse. You won't find anything with my last name. You might, if you Google Meghan and her cavemen, something might come up. But Meghan Clarisse.
You want to keep that a secret. I get.
Well, yeah, all these songs about exes. I would too.
Don't tell them where I am.
You got some exes on the new album coming out?
The song we're gonna play today is about a breakup, yes. But it's less about that. There's actually a lot of songs about death, surprisingly, and it's not all sad. I just kind of came together that way, where when I was finished, I was like, there's a lot of death on this album. But yeah.
I think one of my favorite things is, you never really know what a song is about. You always hear it as a listener, just like, this is what I think it's about. But then even a song could be sound very happy or sound very, just upbeat and everything like that. And it's just like, actually, it's a very sad song, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So.
And I love that about music, because whatever it means to you is what it means.
Exactly.
Yeah, self-interpretation.
Yeah.
And how do you approach a song? Do you come up with lyrics first, or do you come up with a guitar? Is it different every time?
It really is different every time for me. Sometimes I have like a story idea in my head, and there are some story songs on the new album that were fun to write and think about, you know, the different characters. So sometimes I start with a story, sometimes I start with, you know, just a chord progression or some kind of, you know, I'll get like a little idea of a melody in my head and just go from there.
Yeah.
So it's all over the place. And I like to try new things. And, you know, I participate in different songwriting workshops and classes to kind of continue to improve my craft and learn new things.
And is there a lot of collaboration as well with you and the Cavemen?
Yes, there is. Like, usually I'll write the chords and the words, you know, the lyrics, and then I'll bring it to the band, and, you know, Todd puts all of his parts on, and
Start working on it.
Mark puts his leads on. So yeah, they definitely help me bring the songs to life.
Sounds great. How did you come up with the name, by the way, your Cavemen?
Well, my last name is Cave.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
That's
I
important.
thought that was a secret.
don't tell anyone.
All right.
Yeah, it's Meghan Clarisse Cave, so Meghan and her cave.
Okay.
So it's not like, yeah, it's me and these Neanderthals.
I found
just
them in the cave.
Basically,
They're all very, very old. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, love it. All right. Well, is this next song Ain't Going Back? Is that the one that you were just talking about?
No, this
All right.
one is one we released just as a single this year. Actually, this one will be on the new EP. I decided to put it on there as a bonus track. So, but yeah, this song, it's just about going through a hard time. And the cool thing about this track is Sienna Shell, who's from Santa Barbara, California. She's 18 years old. She sang all the harmonies on this. When you hear it on the radio or you know, on Spotify, she has a phenomenal voice, and I was really lucky to get her out here to do that.
Very cool. Love it.
you go ahead.
We got here before our time, praying for the rain, but we couldn't stay dry. We got lost a long time ago, cutting all the ties, but we couldn't let go. Well, you better keep on moving. You don't wanna keep on losing. Well, you better keep your head down. All the stairs are disapproving. I've been here before, my friend, and I ain't going back again. The climb's been tough and things got rough. That's how it goes when you can get enough. We started over for the last time, and we didn't ask why. Well, you better keep on moving. You don't wanna keep on losing. Well, you better keep your head down. All the stairs are disapproving. I've been here before, my friend, and I ain't going back again. It's never gonna be easy down this road. Nothing is given and nothing is owed. Well, you better keep on moving. I said you better keep on moving. Oh, you better keep on moving. You don't wanna keep on losing. Well, you better keep your head down. Things will slowly start improving.
Ain't Going Back. Excellent. Meghan Clarisse
you.
and Todd Clayton. Todd, it's so fun to watch you play that thing. It's very interesting.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
I absolutely love that song.
I
You
do
have
too. It's a spooky kind of vibe.
Yeah,
A little spooky.
very. And you have a live version of that song that we have in our rotation.
We do,
Yeah.
you do. Yeah, and that's the one with Sienna on it.
That's the one.
Yeah.
With, yeah. Oh, that's such a great song. Yep, love it.
Thank you.
Looking at your website again, it's megcmusic.com. If you look at your events, you're a busy girl. You got quite a few events coming up, and again, it's going to be at Fracco's every other Thursday. Is that right?
Every second Thursday.
Every
of the month.
second Thursday of the month. Perfect. So booking, I see on the website you have a booking tab where people can just look, because you have some private events that people have booked you for. You got even a wedding coming up, which is really cool.
That's right. Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of events to play? Is it kind of like the more personal, intimate, like wedding type stuff, or smaller venue, or what do you think is your favorite?
I mean, I do really love a listening crowd. So when we did the EP release, listening, intimate, exclusive party, that was great because you could hear a pin drop, and it wasn't just me. All of my friends that played on the EP, they played too, and it was really fun. So yeah, I love a listening crowd, but honestly, I'm really just grateful to play in any venue. It's what I love. It's my passion.
Awesome. Whether it's for a kid at Children's Hospital or a big event.
That's right. Yeah. They're all different, and they're all fun in, different ways. So, yeah.
Nice. Couple things coming up. So I did want to talk about your volunteer shift for the Musicians on Call, because I just think that's such a really cool program right there. And for any musicians that are listening that say, I want to do that, is that something that a musician would just have to contact Musicians on Call and say, I'm a musician, I want to do this, and then start the vetting process?
Yes. It's musiciansoncall.org, I believe. And they can find out everything they need there. They'll connect them with Children's Hospital to do the training at Children's Hospital as well. But, yeah.
And that's something you reached out to them for? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool.
And I'm just noticing this, nominated for the 2024 Female Vocalist of the Year through Colorado Country Music Hall of Fame.
I did not win, but I was nominated.
That's pretty huge.
Yes. And Todd was inducted into the Colorado Country Music Hall of Fame.
Just this year?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent.
Appreciate that.
Wow. Big shots here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, just him.
I love it.
You're right behind him, I'm sure.
And I love these live performances. It's kind of like just a show for us, Kevin. Just,
right.
Right in the studio. So
and it sounds great too. I listened on the air the other day, and it really sounds good over the air.
Yeah. Well, we got to thank our audio video guy, Sabino, for all of that.
Thank you, Sabino.
That's great. So, Ghost of California. And did you ever live in California, or?
I did not, no, but I took a few trips there and found some healing there, which is kind of what the song is about.
Ooh, can I ask a little bit more about that? What do you mean?
Sure. So I took one trip out there for a yoga retreat, which was amazing. That was in San Luis Obispo, and then I took another trip where I just kind of went around. I went to Joshua Tree and drove around, went to the beach, and just tried to find myself after a relationship.
Gotcha. Did you take your guitar with you?
I did. I travel with my guitar a lot. I'm probably the worst person to fly with. Todd probably would have cringed when he saw me getting on his plane.
We actually, I'd stand at the cockpit door and watch people get on, and sometimes I'd see musicians. And, the overhead, that gets filled up pretty fast. And if you're in boarding group 5, it's going down below, in the airplane. And so I've actually at times I said, here, let me have that guitar. And I put it up in the cockpit with us.
Aww.
And I said, don't forget it when you leave, because
that'll be mine.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how he
You're
got all
onto
his guitars.
Brilliant.
I was wondering how you got them all. Oh, that's awesome.
New Jersey lost my guitar.
What?
Oh, yeah. I played my sister's wedding out in Nantucket, and I had a stop over in New Jersey, and yeah, it didn't come home with me.
Oh, that's a terrible story.
Yeah, I was a nervous wreck for a day, and they finally got it back, but the case was all beat up, and it was wet. Electric fender bass, soaking wet. So they just left it out in the rain or something. So I was livid, but I did get it back.
Was it Spirit Airlines?
I think it was Frontier, maybe. I don't really remember. It was quite a while ago. But.
We don't remember. We don't know what it is.
No names.
Yeah. What airline did you fly for?
I flew for United Airlines.
United Airlines.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I want to again say thank you very much. I mean, we're going to talk to you right after this next song, but it's just such a pleasure having you guys in this studio. And Meghan, you're always a pleasure. I mean, when we had you at Fracco's and just reaching out, you were always just so helpful. Let me help. And especially with a producer for Mining Millions who actually fell in love with some of your music. And we can't really talk or don't even really know, but some of your music's going to be in an upcoming television show, which is really cool.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having us and everything you do for local musicians, Colorado musicians. I mean, you're a dream come true for musicians, getting us out there, getting our songs heard.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is.
And we want you to come back next year after your new record comes out.
I'd
Yeah.
love
Play a few
to.
songs.
Yeah.
Definitely. We would love that. All right. So this next song, The Ghost of California, written on some wonderful adventures out there.
That's right.
Well, we'll see how this goes. 1, 2, 3.
Close a casket on your promises, left with nothing but hope. Chasing my freedom, trying to give up your ghost. I spent some time in the Mojave, lit a fire in Joshua Tree, wrote out all the things you never would, then fed the fire your effigy. Here comes the morning dove saying rest in peace to our love. I'm moving down the road, it's so good to let you go. I sipped a shot of freedom over in the Hollywood Hills. I sat down and started to cry, wrote a eulogy that gave me chills. Santa Monica Boulevard, our memorial is near. Sun on my skin, without your doubt in my ear. But here comes the morning dove saying rest in peace to our love. I'm moving down the road, it's so good to let you go. I finally know I'll be alright as I leave our graveside. Here comes the morning dove saying rest in peace to our love. I'm moving down the road, it's so good to let you go. I close the casket on your promises, left with nothing but hope. Chasing my freedom, I finally gave up your ghost. Well, here comes the morning dove saying rest in peace to our love. I'm moving down the road, it's so good to let you go. La 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 la.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Man,
The Ghost of California.
You guys are amazing together, I gotta say.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
that sounds
you.
great.
Nice.
You guys sound amazing. I absolutely love it. Yeah, definitely don't be a stranger. And when does the album come out? Do you know yet?
Full-length album, early 2025 sometime. So
Okay. And the EP?
the EP should be out in 1 or 2 weeks.
Very
soon.
weeks.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Very
So
soon.
a lot coming up.
Yeah.
Let's mention real quick, you're going to be at Fracco's next Thursday, the 14th. Megan and her cavemen at 7 p.m. Fracco's, that's at 5302 South Federal Circle. And again, she's playing there every second Thursday.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
And
So-
every first Monday, K4CO.
That's right.
Right? All right.
That's solo.
That's the
acoustic.
solo, right?
That's the solo acoustic stuff. Perfect. Yeah,
Thank you so much for being here, guys.
Thank you for having us.
This was great.
It was a lot of fun. Enjoyed it.
We love it. You guys are welcome anytime, anytime at all. Website is megcmusic.com. Definitely check her out. She's all over Spotify and social media as well. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful country singer-songwriter and storyteller. Exactly.
Thank you.
So, Megan, anything else before we kind of sign off? Or Todd?
Just thanks for having us. We really appreciate the way you support local music. That's something that needs to happen, and you guys are doing it. Thank you.
No, it's our pleasure.
Definitely.
He hopes you enjoyed your flight. We've reached the destination.
We have. Very nice. All right.
Yeah,
well,
thank you so much. Thank you, Todd, for playing with me, and thank you for having me.
Yes, you bet. We're looking forward to the new music
we really
and
are.
seeing you again.
Definitely. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you missed part of the interview / live performance, you can catch it on YouTube probably in the next week or so. That's going to be uploaded where all of our interviews are uploaded. K4CO Radio YouTube. You've been listening to Meghan Clarisse and Todd Clayton on the pedal steel. And just absolutely beautiful. So we're going to return you to our regular broadcast schedule. Man, I
You
need
all
some
right?
more coffee.
I'll take over.
All right, sounds
I
good.
got that. I'll be back in about 40 minutes with Kev on the radio.
All right, take care. Thank you very much. Have a great
Thanks,
rest
guys.
of the day. Thank you.